Now there are technically three different ways to get into the statutes: the index method, popular name table, and using the search bar. But within those three, there are dozens of ways to navigate a statute, to find a statute and then to navigate it. Obviously, the first way is if you know the citation, then you just type in the citation. We know from the Nimmer treatise that Title 17 of the United States Code and Section 107 deals with fair use. So we could just type that in because we learned it in Nimmer and then go look at the statute. And by the way, USCA here is United States Code annotated because it's a West product. It would be United States Code Service if we were in Lexis. So anyway, there's the statute. Now, if you don't know the statute and you're just looking for one, then you need to actually go and find the United States Code annotated. And you do that just in WestlawNext by clicking on Federal Materials. Alternatively, you could just type it in and then it auto-populates, by the way. And you just click on it and then you get there the same way. Okay, so we have the index here, we have the popular name table, or we could just drill down through the different titles. I'm just going to show you the index here quickly. If we go to C for copyright, and we scroll down, down, down here, it tells us to look at the popular name table. So it doesn't take us right to a statutory section just yet. But what if we tried something else? What if we tried like fair use? You know, we go from broad to narrow terms. So copyright is broad, then there's fair use, and then there's parody. So Goldilocks would like something like fair use. So let's try F for fair use. And fair use is there. And what do you know? There's Title 17, United States Code 107. So we click on that and boom, there it is. So we found it in the index and we found it through Nimmer. Okay, we could also find it through the popular name table. Nimmer led us to the Copyright Act, so you could just go C and then go down to Copyright Act. And by the way, this popular name table is great. If you know of any statute, like you hear something in the news like, oh, the Patriot Act was renewed or something, you could go to the popular name table, look up Patriot Act, and bam, you'll get right to it. You don't need to know the citation. Now when you go through the popular name table, it's going to take you to the first section in the statute. You just click on the table of contents and then look for what you're looking for. We're looking for fair use, so we'll click on 107. Okay, let's step back here and get our bearings. We've already searched using the index method and the popular name table. Now let's just do a regular old search bar search. Okay, so let's go for the heart of the matter here and put in parody. We're going to set our jurisdiction to federal because we were looking for a federal statute. And now look at all of the stuff we're going to get here. Over 12,000 results. That's one problem with electronic research. So you have to know what you're looking for. We're looking for codified law. So I'm going to click on statutes here. There's only 42 statutes that deal with parody. So I'll click on that. And then what do you know? The first one there is 107. So we'll go there. And now this is the third way that we have gotten to this point. So we found our statute three ways. We looked in the index, popular name table, and through the search bar. Now let me show you a little bonus here, something that will advance you from codified law to binding precedent. Okay, so here we are back in WestlawNext. We can use the annotations to find cases that interpret our codified law, and that's how we advance forward to binding precedent. So notes of decisions there, I just clicked on it. That's the way we get to the annotations. The West attorneys have categorized all cases that interpret this statute, and they created these categories and subcategories. I'll click on purpose and character of use here, and here we find a section on parody. And you can see there's a section there, the ones that were fair uses and not fair uses. See, attorneys are set up to think in spectrums. We want to find cases on a spectrum from what does satisfy the element to what does not satisfy the element. So you can click on those, and they've collected these cases that are a fair use and are not a fair use. So we can use those in our memo. So anyway, there are lots of different sections for you to look at here and to look all over the place. Please know that these are not exhaustive. They have not collected every single case that has interpreted this statute. That's why we have to go and do step 3 thoroughly and then step 4. Okay, see you back in the workbook.